guys, my name is Spencer DeLong and I am a finance coordinator here at Casas por Cristo, and this is my wife Kirsten, and she's the assistant to the executive director. So what is our history with Casas is a question that we've been asked, and I came on my first build back in 2006 when I was a high school student with my home church, and that was my first introduction. I was much scrawnier, couldn't really do much work, but I did what I could, and now I'm here leading builds.
And my first introduction to Casas was when I was 15 years old. I went on my first ever mission trip with a group of people I didn't know from all across the United States, and my team leader was a youth minister from Texas who at the time was beginning to work through the process and the decision of whether or not he was going to come be the next executive director at Casas. I never came on a build until much later in my life. It was 2014, and we were serving as youth minister at a church just outside of St. Louis, Missouri. And that was when I got to come on my first ever build. But through my mission trip when I was 15 and getting to know David at that time, we had just kept a friendship up and would connect at ICOM and things like that. And that led us to building in 2014, and then that brought us up to 2017, which was when we had just found out we were pregnant with our son, Brantley. He will be 2 in June. And we were helping out at ICOM. That was the year they were in Peoria, Illinois, and Casas por Cristo was the missions project that the student side of the conference was helping to build walls for. So we came up to be some extra hands for them, and then before that weekend ended, David said, let's sit down and let's have a talk about you guys coming and joining Casas. And one of the things that was really important, has been really important to us since we started dating and got married, was that we would never say no to a conversation that had to do with ministry, that had to do with what could God be leading our family to next. And so we sat down and said, okay, David, let's talk. And over the next couple of months, we did a lot of talking. And within about 7 weeks after having our son, we decided to pack up and move to Texas and become first-time parents and full-time missionaries and live really far away from our families, all within days of each other. But that's what brought us to Casas and to serving here in our El Paso office.
Yeah, and so we love what Casas does. We love serving alongside them, and some of our favorite things for me personally is that we open the door for local church pastors to share the gospel. Kirsten questions or shakes her head when I say that we don't just open doors, but we blow the doors open. Community members, family members all see what is happening with this group of Americans or Canadians coming to build for families. And so it is just a great time, a great witness. And when we can average over 2 conversions or 2 decisions for Christ per house we build, in my opinion, there's no greater thing that I can do right now to serve the ministry and serve the kingdom. It is great to partner with churches from all over to just watch the process happen. And
my job keeps me in the home office a lot of the time. I don't go out on builds very often. I'm not much help out on a build site anyway, so that's okay. But one of the things that I really love about what I do is that my job helps all the rest of our staff do their jobs. I'm able to help make sure that they have the supplies that they need, that they're having the conversations that they need. I also help keep David on track and help him lead our ministry well. So I love getting to be on the behind the scenes of what you all get to see when you're building with our staff missionaries. So that's one of my favorite things.
Yep. So again, I'm Spencer and this is Kirsten. Thank you for building and serving with Casas por Cristo. We'll see you soon.